we spoke to Gaurav Pandey, who's the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Godrej Properties, about the quarter gone by and the outlook going forward. Listen in to that conversation.
You've already achieved, if I'm not mistaken, 80% plus of your pre-sales guidance for the year by the first half?
We've achieved about 47% of pre-sales, about 81% of business development guidance.
Okay. So are you revising your business development guidance in that sense?
I mean, not really. I mean, fair to say we would exceed that. But, in investments, you are never frankly driven by a target in your head. Yes, you are driven by a method. So this one guidance, very frankly, we are always happy to beat or even not beat if we don't see the deals. But that being said, position at where we're starting right now, fair to assume in the next 2 to 3 months, we'll exceed this guidance and have a good BV lock-in. But yeah, we're not really changing any guidance yet.
Okay, so you could beat your business development guidance in the next 2 months. What about pre-sales? Pre-sales, like you said, you're at about 47%. So are you expecting a better second half, or have you seen the best for this financial year maybe in Q2? Because Q2 has been pretty strong.
Actually, so right, this has been a sort of our best ever quarter two, our best ever H1. Rule of thumb, our H1 is typically 35 to say about 40% of the full year number. And the guidance against that, we've done about 47%. So we are pleasantly surprised. But our H2 is all action packed with a series of launches planned across major markets. So yeah, I mean, if we are able to keep up the momentum, I'm very confident we'll beat the guidance.
Okay, so what is, before I come to what is planned for H2 and newer markets and, all of those exciting launches, etc., just want to understand a bit about collections. Bangalore seems to have spiked a fair bit and has become almost, if not equal to the MMR region. Is this now a key market that you're looking at?
Yes, I mean, what is very interesting about Tamanna for us is that we are a pure pan-India developer for good 20 odd years. We are not a regional player who was entering into different markets. So what it does to us is that depending on market opportunities and risks, we can easily take positions of exits and investment. So we had acquired a lot of projects in Bangalore as well as Mumbai for that matter. And now these are hitting launch pipelines. So yes, Bangalore is doing very well. We have a fantastic leader and a great team in Bangalore and Bombay. And they're very ambitious. There is a good internal competition. So yeah, Bangalore is doing very well. Bombay is doing very well.
Okay. Collection growth, though, has been comparatively muted at about 2%. Volumes have also declined. What do you put that down to?
I think volume is more of a function of the type of projects we are able to bring to the market. So imagine we are doing a plotted development, which is going to be comparable to a group housing peanuts in terms of its top line booking value, but significantly large in terms of area sold. So the quarter that you'll have more of plotted developments will see more of volumes. Whereas in quarters where you have, say, luxury projects getting launched or cities like Bombay and Bangalore doing very well, city-centric projects, especially of that city, there the booking value looks slightly more higher than the, in terms of area square feet. So we are more always driven by revenue figures, sales figures, which is the better way to measure performance. And what was the second part of your question? Sorry, missing it.
No, the second part of my question, one was volumes and one is also collection growth. The growth in collections has been comparatively muted. The numbers are looking good and you said best ever, Q2. Sure. But the collection growth figure is what I'm talking about.
I'm totally with you on that. See, just to give you a sense, unlike sales, which is more inventory and launch derivative, construction is a series of steps. You start with excavation, then you hit particular milestones that we call as collectible milestones. In those collectible milestones, you tend to get collections. So our collectible milestones, which is sort of the driving force for collections, is all hitting largely like a major spike is in Q4. And I think a lead indicator to assess whether we are on track or there is a risk of growth and to what extent that growth could be, I think is to see a leading measure is the construction spends. So to give you a very interesting data, it's first time ever for us in Q2, we've seen direct construction spends growth of 82% year on year. So what it does is if we stay on course of superlative construction performance, this will all translate into, say, terrace completion, project completion, particular slabs of different projects, when we will start collecting those monies, and those are in Q4. And the heartening thing is, while the growth percentage in H1 is about 10%, our efficiency, which is that percentage of customers that pay us within 18 days, is at all-time high. So wherever we are raising invoice against milestones, we are seeing complete efficiency parameters being held. So we just have to be more disciplined and continue the extraordinary work on construction speed. And with that, I'm reasonably very confident that Q4 you'll see a major spike.
What are you expecting in terms of a pipeline for the second half? You also have a good operating cash flow because there's been a fundraise, about 1,200 crores in the kitty. What are you using that on, and what is the second half looking like?
I think we have a series of extraordinary launches. I'll go maybe market by market, starting with North. We have a very interesting project in Greater Noida, which will hit the market in Sector Sigma. It's an auction land we bought some time back. So that will hit the market. We have a land parcel left for residential in one of our township projects of Greater Noida. That should hit. We have phase launches left of a retail product in Greater Noida. That should also hit very soon. Coming down on Gurgaon side, we have a series of phase activations happening up in projects like Godrej Miraya, which is in Golf Course Road. We launched recently a project by the name of Godrej Sora. Previous quarter, we did very well. We did about 600 plus crores in that. And that sales will probably continue even this quarter and beyond. Then we have a huge land parcel of 7.5 acres in Golf Course Road. And likely we'll hit the market in Q4 of that particular project. Moving on to a different market like Pune, we have a very exciting micro market called Mundwa, where we were not present till now, and we are the #1 player in Pune market. And that particular new project will also hit the market. Then we have a new set of project activations in our cluster of townships in Mahaninjay that should see the launches during this and the next quarter in terms of activations. Then we have something in Baroda as a plotted development launch. Moving on to another launch, we will have something in Panipat as a plotted development. We'll have something in Indore as a plotted development, and good probability even Raipur we could push the launch within the year. Coming down to Bombay, this is one of the most exciting launches we've ever done. Godrej Trilogy is going to hit. This is going to be sort of a flagship project for us with a 10,000 crores total potential revenue over a life cycle of the project. There's a phase 1 launch we are planning within this quarter. We just got the RERA, and we will release some amount of inventory within this quarter. And then we have a commercial land activation / launch happening in Panvel. It's a large township that we own, so we launch one particular part of that. And then we have a series of micro launches in Mumbai planned. Coming down to South, we launched very recently a project by the name of Godrej Regal Pavilion in Hyderabad. It did about 1,500 crores of sales the previous quarter. I'm reasonably sure that will do very well even in this quarter. Then we have a project in Thani Sandra that should get launched very soon.
Okay, all right. So that was the management of Godrej Properties talking about the quarter gone by and the outlook going forward.